Hello everyone. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for coming back here once again. I do appreciate your time and I will not be wasting any of it. So, as you noticed, I haven't posted for 2 days. This is because I don't intend to be posting on weekends, as ideally, this is time for my family to step away from work and all of these things. So, today's episode is going to be titled Jacked Gandalf. Jacked Gandalf. Now, as some of you might know, I assume most of you do know, Gandalf is one of the lead characters from Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. However, very few of you are aware of this reference, a jacked Gandalf. Now, I will not be sharing with you where the reference came from. You have to go and find it yourself. The idea is that I talked about the 7 life areas, I talked about finding your tribe, and I talked about never celebrating a win. Now, today I will talk about the things that people do behind closed doors to achieve those wins. The idea here is this. When you wake up every morning and go to the gym, or do your meditations, or do your journaling, whatever it is you do, to further grow yourself, most of those things are done in silence. Most of those wins, most of what we do are wins in and of themselves, but they never really feel like wins. And the reason they don't feel like wins is because while you're doing them, once the hour is done, once the day is done, there's rarely anyone there to celebrate the things you have accomplished in the last 24 hours. So it feels as though, well, nothing is going on. I'm not getting any external validation, so nothing is going on. But here's the thing. Things are always going on. You woke up at the right time. You went through your to-do list. You attacked every vector in your life with fervor. You accomplished the promises you set out for yourself. You won the day. Now, if your goal, for instance, is getting a six-pack, when you're watching your diet, when you're going to the gym, no one is ever really there to say good job, right? But one day, you go to the beach. It's the summertime. In Japan, we have something called beach day or sea day, where everyone just goes to the beach. You go to the beach and you take off your shirt, your top, and your friends are like, hey, what happened? You have a six-pack. How did you get a six-pack? Now, the moment you take off your shirt and the world is celebrating you, they have encountered a jacked Gandalf. And this is what I mean. In the Lord of the Rings series, as far as I know, I haven't read the books rather, and I've only watched one movie. As far as I understand it, Gandalf was basically the most powerful wizard, one of the most powerful wizards. And when Gandalf steps onto the scene, we all expect incredible magic to occur. There is no point in the series, or well, at least I was watching the movie, when I asked myself, how did Gandalf train? What time was he waking up? How many hours of spell casting and spell practice and potion practice did he undertake to become this guy? We all just accept. This is Gandalf. And Gandalf does amazing things. What we want out of life, and this applies mostly to men, is to be in a situation where people just expect it to be a certain kind of way and they don't question when or how it happened. This is who you are. I am jacked Gandalf. The early mornings, the endless hours in the gym, the endless bicep curls, whatever it is you're doing, no one is there to tell you good job. You're doing it for yourself. In that moment, it's you and the bar. In that moment, it is you and the pen. It is you and the silence. There is rarely anyone celebrating you, but one day they will encounter the person born from the effort. And that is a Jack Gandalf. That is the jacked Gandalf. The point of this video is this. The wins are happening every day. Even though there is no external validation to remind you that those wins do exist. But keep stacking up those wins for yourself day by day, and eventually the world has no choice but to affirm these wins. Now, this is not to say that we go out into the world trying to force them to affirm us. Celebrate your wins yourself. That's step one. Because only you know what it took to become a jacked Gandalf. Only you know. When the world was sleeping, you woke up. When they were eating ice cream, you were eating salads. When they were watching TV, you were meditating. When they were scrolling Instagram, you were reading books. Only you know. So those wins belong to you. And one day, maybe, no, definitely, they might ask you how you did it. And this is what you're going to tell them.